Okay, 7th grade, here are some examples on how to work the problems I assigned today. We're going to start with the ones with the exponents, like these. And remember, an exponent can only raise what is right in front of it to a power. So on this first one, what's right in front of the 2 is the parentheses, which means that the entire parentheses gets raised to the second power. So this up here means negative 3 times negative 3. So when you multiply negative times a negative, it's always positive, and 3 times 3 is 9. So this one is a positive 9. Over here, what's right in front of the 2 is just the 3. So this one means negative 3 times 3, like that. That negative just comes down, and then we say the 3 twice. So this time, there's only one negative, so it stays negative, and 3 times 3 is 9. So this one is negative 9. So this one's 9, this one's negative 9. So again, if the exponent is outside of parentheses, then everything in the parentheses is to the exponent however many times it is. This one's squared, so it's twice. If there's no parentheses and it's only the number right in front of it, it doesn't include any negatives that's outside of that. Looking at this one here, negative 2/3 squared, and so the 2 is raising the exponent, or the parentheses to the power, so this means negative 2/3 times negative 2/3. So this one will be positive, and we just multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, and it's positive because negative times a negative is a positive. So that's it. On 0.8 times 3, this is the same thing. We're just raising what's right in front, which is the parentheses, which is the 0.8, 0.8. So we're just going to say 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8. So I want to do 8 times 8 times 8, and 8 times 8 is 64, and then 64 times 8 that's 32, 48 plus 3 is 512. So 8 times 8 times 8 is 512, and then there are 3 decimal places, the 8 here, the 8 here, and the 8 here, so I need to move it over 3 places. So it becomes 0.512 is the answer to that one. Okay, so moving on to this one. Here are the order of operations, and remember that order of operations goes like this, and where you always do multiplication and division in any order, and addition, subtraction in any order. You always need to do these before you do these. We're not going to have, there's only one with a parentheses on today's assignment. We'll do more of those tomorrow. So the first thing we start with is the E, which is the exponents. So this one here, we do have an exponent, so we need to simplify this first, and that would become 3 squared is 9. And then I'm going to bring down everything else. Negative 5 times negative 8 plus 2 times 9. So now I'm going to do this multiplication, the negative 5 times negative 8. That would become a positive 40. And then I'm going to write plus 2 times 9. And now I can do this multiplication. So this becomes 40 plus 18. And then, so now I can just add 40 plus 18 is 58. So that's that answer. Looking at this one, here's one like the one that you're going to have with the parentheses. So I need to do what's inside the parentheses first, which is 2 minus 4. So I'm going to go ahead and write this down. And 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And then I'm going to write plus 7 squared. So the next thing you have to do is the exponent, and 7 squared is 49. So now I'm going to bring the rest of it down. And what we have here is this 3 is stuck to this parentheses, which means multiplication. So I'm going to multiply the 3 times the negative 2. So I'm going to write 4 minus, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and then plus 49. And what happens here is you have this minus here, and then the negative when you said 3 times negative 2, and minus a negative right in a row like this becomes plus a positive. So now I can just go left to right because all I have left are plus and plus. 4 plus 6 is 10, and 10 plus 49 is 59. So that's it. How funny. That one was 58, this one's 59. But this one, the answer to this one is not going to be 60. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase that, get it out of our way. So let's look at this one. This one's a little bit longer. There's no parentheses, so we're going to start with the exponent, and that's here. So 5 squared is 25. Now I'll bring down the rest of it. So it's going to look like this. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is not the 25 minus 16, because remember, you never do subtraction first. I see division and multiplication right here, and I need to do it in order from left to right, so I'm going to do the division. and 16 divided by 2 is 8, so I'm going to write minus 8, and then I'll have times 3 minus 1. So now I have this multiplication left, so I'm going to bring that down. 8 times 3 is 24. All right, minus 1. And now I just go left to right. 25 minus 24 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So that's the answer. If you need me to do another example, just let me know. I'd be happy to help. See you tomorrow.